Hi, beautiful book talk people. So, I wanted to talk more about why I made this account. So, in the previous video, I talked about how I wanted to make a book talk account where it's kind of like judge free. I'm not going to sit here and lecture you about how audiobooks are not actually books because they are. And I'm not going to have a bunch of unboxing videos or like make kind of reading like a competitive thing. And I mentioned I'm really passionate about reading, but I never really got into why. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit more about what made me want to make a book talk account. So, as a little kid, I absolutely loved reading. I would constantly just wait until I could either have the next book read to me or read the next book, and I would love to just like repeat stuff I read from books out loud and like memorize books and things of that nature. But for a little while, I got out of the love of reading. I went to a reading slump, and I never thought I'd go back into it. In my preteen years, I got introduced to a book series called the Pendragon series by D.J. McHale, which is a sci-fi book. It actually has nothing to do with dragons. Spoiler alert. But that book got me into reading, and as somebody who was going through trauma at the time, I felt like I didn't have an escape. There was no way for me to get out of the situation that I was trapped in, but reading gave me that type of escape. It gave me a way out of the situation that I was in that I couldn't get from any place else. I also have autism spectrum disorder, and that made it very hard for me to communicate and understand other people. But reading made that easy. When I read books, I started being able to understand other people better, along with speech therapy and stuff. But it helped me be able to understand other people, understand their motives, understand their emotions, and it helped me be able to communicate mine as well. Along with reading, I got into writing as well, and I found an outlet of communication that worked with me, in a way for me to express what was going on internally that I didn't know how to do before. So having, trauma and a disorder that makes me feel so different from other people, I started reading and learning about other people, and I realized that people are more similar than they are different. Like, yes, people are very different, but they also are very similar. We all have certain things about us that make us human, and there's certain things that all humans in general can relate to. And since I didn't really have too many role models in my life to look up to and get wisdom and learn life lessons from, I think I learned a lot of my life lessons and got a lot of wisdom from reading books. Books also helped me travel. So as I mentioned before, it was like kind of an escape from my trauma that I was going through, but it also was an escape from the state that I lived in. I've never liked the state that I grew up in, that I live in currently, but by reading, I was able to travel to all these places, and I was able to learn about all these places that I may never have been able to learn about before. Not only that, but it gave me something to talk about with other people. So, all growing up, I had trouble communicating with other people, I had trouble talking to other people, I didn't have an interest in it. I was always quiet and had no urge to really engage with other people. At school, I would wake up in the morning wanting to read. Everything was just like, okay, I'm doing this so that I can go back to reading. I'm doing this because it's a temporary pause so I can go back to reading. When I was done with my work in class, I would bring a book and I would read a book. I would try to finish my work as soon as possible so that I could read in class. I brought a book to lunch with me so that I could read at lunch, but I found other kids who also brought a book to read at lunchtime, and it gave me something to talk about with them. Yeah, we didn't talk very often. Most of the lunchtime we sat there like silently reading our books, but every once in a while we'd make a comment about something that we were reading in the books. We were all reading different books, but like that gave me something to talk about. And then I started joining book clubs, and I was like, wow, there's other people who are passionate about stuff that I'm passionate about. Like, it helped build that bridge and helped me be able to make connections with other people easier. Not to mention that reading has helped me both realize my strengths and weaknesses. So my specific strengths do have to do with reading comprehension and writing skills, but in other areas I really struggle. And the more I read, the more I realize that I don't know a lot of things, which is a very good thing for people to realize. But it helps you learn more and it helps you gain knowledge. Um, and it also helped me feel smart in times that I didn't feel very smart due to learning disabilities and autism and things like that. It helped me realize, oh, there are some areas that I have strength in, but then I also read books and gain knowledge and realize, oh, there's actually a lot I don't know and a lot I have left to learn, which does give me some type of motivation and does help with depression and stuff. Reading has also helped me branch out because When I was a teenager, I really loved fantasy. I would write fantasy books of my own, and the main things I read were like fantasy and sci-fi books. But I had some speech therapists kind of push for me to kind of branch out and read some other genres. And then when I started reading other genres of books, I realized, wow, there's a lot of things I'm actually interested in. And it's helped me branch out and try new things in life, because in the same way that, hey, I branched out and tried new types of books and ended up liking them, it's made me want to branch out and try different things in life as well, such as different foods. So I don't want to make this video super long, but if you made it until the end, thank you very much. Please follow me if you'd like to be book buddies and we can talk about books together, or if you want me to hear your story of what made you want to start reading, comment down below, give this video a like, and follow me, and have a great day.